Well, it's definitely bright. I'll give it that. Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Looted. Now, here on the channel, you might know that we've had no luck when it comes to projectors. Suffice to say, I'm pretty crap when it comes to tech.
I can vouch for that.
Thanks, Ben. Which is a big shame for us, because we've always wanted a good value projector to have in the studio for photography and video projects, but we never found one with reasonable performance until possibly today. Today, we are checking out the Excelvan Home Projector. A reasonably compact projector which supports up to 1080p video, but only projects at 1280 by 800 resolution, which is only a tiny bit bigger than 720p. So this is by no means full resolution 4K or anything too fancy. You can pick this up for about £140, I think, which though is way more expensive than the projectors that we've looked at on this channel, it's still a fairly alright price if you ask me. At least that will be the case if it works as well as I'm hoping. Let's just quickly run through a few other stats. Display ratio 16:9, native 4:3, projection size range 55 to 300 inches, projection distance range 1.3 meter to 5 meters. Any other interesting facts? Nope. Let's get this thing open. Owner's manual, quick user guide. That's what it says. The warranty cards and the projector itself. Well, suffice to say, this projector is slightly bigger than the other ones we've had on the channel. So it also comes with the power cable. It comes with a HDMI to HDMI, the remote, VGA cable, and the component cable. Now, it's probably worth mentioning that depending where you are, you're going to need an adapter because this projector came with a European plug. Luckily, I have one kicking around somewhere. Ta-da! So let's see what features we get on this projector. You've got your focusing lever just on the top here. Doesn't sound particularly healthy. And then on the back here, you've got your power button, you've got your menu, your source, you've got left, right, up, down, return, and OK. And I've just noticed on the top, it says 2018 Russia. So this is a 2018 Russian World Cup edition of this projector, okay? Fair play. And then on the back, you've got your standard inputs. So you've got your VGA, 2 HDMI, 2 USB, headphones, and your AV. Now let's take the lens cap off and see what state the lens is in. And it looks kind of greasy, actually. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks kind of dirty and greasy. Good as new. So let's hit the power button on the back and... Is that the Windows XP noise? Well, straight off the bat, I love how quiet it is.
What?
Also, it's already letting off quite a bit of heat. That didn't take long at all. So for this test, we're going to be using our trusty Chromecast, but you can use this with any HDMI device. And if you've got like an old console, you can use the component cables, or you can plug your PC straight into the projector with the VGA cables. You have options there, but this is just the most convenient for us. Have we repainted the wall? No! And with a little bit of rearranging, here we are! Just please ignore the wall marks, you know, like, I don't even know what that is. That's just disgusting. First impressions with the studio lights on. This isn't looking too bad. It's still quite bright. I can make out what it's saying on the screen. The colors are pretty good as well, but we're never really gonna know how good it is until we turn off the lights. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is the screen in all its glory, and I have to say that the colors look pretty good. It's also quite sharp, and it's not bad for what is essentially a 720p projection. What you're seeing here is a 55-inch projection, which is the smallest you can get it before it starts to go out of focus. And it's pretty good if you're like us and you're strapped for space, because you only need it 2 meters away from the wall to be able to get a 55-inch screen. Now, you can already probably guess one big downfall of this projector, and that's the fact that it's freaking loud. That fan is just going haywire right now, and it's also letting off quite a bit of heat. But with any luck, we might be able to cover up some of that fan noise with the inbuilt speaker. So let's find a video and give it a go. Which one of our videos would be a good stress test for the speaker? Let's use the Aztec Death Whistle. Now, if you don't know what an Aztec Death Whistle is, basically it's a little skull-shaped whistle. Well, as expected, the audio is pretty tinny, but come on, let's be honest, who buys a projector for the inbuilt speaker? But let's still give it a bit of a stress test. Let's see what happens if we raise the volume. So we're starting at volume 40, and we're just going to increase it to 100. Now, if you look closely, this is obviously a 3D print, but there is still quite a lot of detail in this. We're at 100. And, yep, as expected, raising the volume definitely didn't increase the sound quality. Wait for it. Here's the real stress test. Hold your ears, Ben. Ugh. Gosh, I really did not want to relive that sound, especially not through speakers like this. The sound quality isn't great, but I've got to give credit where credit is due. It did handle those higher volumes pretty well. There was no excessive peaking, cracking, or popping, so I got to give it points for that. And Ben has hijacked a projector and put on some gameplay of him playing Doom. Thanks, Ben.
I like Doom.
We know, Ben. We know. Overall, when it comes to the visuals, it's a shame that it's not 1080p or 4K, but for the price, what do you really expect? You only really notice the lower resolution in the finer details, but when it comes to subtitles and bigger details, you really do not notice it at all. The colors, the sharpness, the brightness of the screen, all pretty damn good. When it comes to audio, the inbuilt speaker is not very good at all, as we all expected from the get-go, but it does have a headphone port, so you can plug in headphones or just your own external speakers, which are gonna be a much higher quality. So for my final thoughts, if you're looking for a budget projector, you really can't do much better than this guy. If you want 4K or 1080p, you're not gonna find it here, but if you wanna get those higher end projectors, you're spending a lot more money. Obviously, with the low cost, you're gonna find some downfalls like the sound of the fan, the fact that it gets really hot even after a short amount of use. The focusing lever squeaks like it's nobody's business. The kind of rubbish inbuilt speakers, but overall you're getting a pretty good package for your money. I can see this working pretty well for gaming. You can hook up a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with a HDMI, or you can use the component cables which come with the projector to hook up a PlayStation 2, N64, all those sorts of consoles. But of course, my favorite feature, that Windows XP startup noise. Beautiful. Shame it's followed by a very loud fan. And with that, I think that's going to be it for another edition of Looted. If you like this video, hit like. If you really like this video, hit subscribe. We've got more videos on the way. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We've even got my own personal Twitter, which you can follow me on there. We've even got a Patreon page and a Discord server. And if you want to find out more about those, links in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.